Hey guys, Gabriel here. I just want to do another video of a recent photo shoot I did with Nikki Gerber. She's with Newmark Models. Also, it was my first time working with Newmark, great agency here in Los Angeles. Three things I wanted to cover in this video. Quick video here is one, what was the biggest problem I had on this photo shoot? Two, talking about the model, working with models and Nikki herself. And then three, the overall takeaway and did it do anything or did it help me? Did it elevate my photography for me personally and my own personal photography? So those are the three things I wanted to cover. So sit back, enjoy, and let's dive right in. All right guys, going back to our first topic of what was my biggest problem with this photo shoot and looking back collectively at the whole body of work, at all her images, and also I kind of knew I saw this happening after her, I don't know, first 10 test shots. And what do I mean? Like, Gabe, she's a great model. You know, the photos came out amazing. So guys, my biggest problem with the photo shoot was the lighting. It was beyond flawless. Like, people think of beauty lighting, people think of getting a ring light, putting your face in it, and it's just flawless lighting. And for some reason, this setup, we used the Profoto beauty dish and a just extra large umbrella, a simple 2-light setup. Right when we started her test shots on the mocha backdrop, the lighting was flawless. And I knew anything we did, any angle, any movement, everything was just working. And looking back at Nikki's photo shoot, every single look we did, every single look had flawless lighting. You know, I was so happy with it, but you guys are probably wondering, like, well, Gabe, that doesn't make any sense. Here's the problem with that. Nikki had hundreds of photos, hundreds of what you would say, some photographers here would say 5-star photos, or your top photos that you want to edit. And we shot, I don't know, 2,300 photos that day. I think I flagged 300, 350 plus 5-star that I wanted to edit. But get real, you photographers out there, you retouchers out there know how long editing takes. And I really wish I could edit them all, but I didn't. But I think we ended up doing about 45 to 50 edits. And that's for starters. And when I get another second or two in my timeline here, I'm going to edit more. But again, my biggest challenge was every look was so good. The lighting was so flawless. There was just so many options, so many picks. And looking back when I was a younger photographer, and I think some of you guys out there who maybe are just starting, you know, you hope to just run and gun, you hope to take 1,000 photos, and you really hope to get like 5, 10 pictures, and like you're thinking like, well, I got one in there, I got a good one somewhere, right? Well, today, fast forward 12 years, things are different now. Now I expect myself to get flawless lighting, and once we have flawless lighting, we just keep shooting. Now the problem today is, from a more experienced photographer standpoint, is, oh my gosh, we're gonna have so many good photos and we gotta edit them all, and that's the challenge. But anyways, I just wanted to speak on that. The challenge was her lighting was so good, her modeling was good, the makeup was flawless, every look was good, it's just we couldn't edit all the images. So yeah. All right guys, we're gonna go on to number 2, talking about Nikki herself and modeling. I had a good feeling about the shoot when Nikki arrived. The first thing I noticed right away was the skin. Nikki had a great skin. I would put it beyond great. She had amazing skin. Clearly she takes care of her skin. She's getting facials and all that good stuff. And arriving with absolutely no makeup on and skin looking that good, I already knew, like, oh, there's huge opportunity here. And then also Chanela came in. Chanela did her hair, did her makeup. When Nikki came down, again, already with great skin and with now flawless makeup, it looked perfect. And 2 things I want to speak on here. Shout out to Chanela. I believe her Instagram handle is MBS Makeup, but when Nikki came down for her first look, after hair and makeup was done, first off, her makeup already, she looked photoshopped in a good way. Like, it just looked flawless, it looked clean. And that's already a sign, like, oh yeah, we're going in the right direction. This is gonna be a great shoot, right? And then the second thing is, once she got on set and we started shooting, and with this nice lighting, we're looking at the screen and we're like, we both agreed like these images look photoshopped already in a good way. In a good way. They look very clean. They look like they've been retouched, dodged and burned, etc. But again, you know, when she first arrived, I had a feeling like she has great skin, and plus, you guys probably noticed her eyes just, you know, the eyes just pop. I love when models have those green or blue or etc. soft hazel eyes. It just really adds to the photography. It always helps. Nothing against everyone who has dark eyes, black eyes, etc. But you know, it doesn't hurt to have a little color in the eye. All right, guys, another thing I enjoyed about working with Nikki was, one, I can tell she was experienced. She knew what she was doing. It's always a good sign when they don't say, hey Gabe, what should I do? Or how should I pose? Or how should I model? Don't get me wrong, I feel like I'm a good poser. I wouldn't say model, but I feel like I know all the poses. I've seen them all for the last 10 years, and I think I should do a video on just posing. But no, Nikki was experienced and she did her thing, and you know, we had the concepts, we had vision boards behind us, and you know, we kind of had the aligned vision, and then she would just do her thing. So I appreciated that, and I'm really grateful that, you know, she didn't say, hey Gabe, what should I do? All right, guys, the third topic. What did this do to my photography? Did this help my book? Did this help my portfolio? Did I learn anything, etc.? So looking back at this photo shoot, absolutely. I feel like every once in a while, you do a photo shoot and you look back on it and you're like, you know what? I took a step forward. I think I grew. I think my photography grew, and it shows. And it's not just because you're working with an amazing or beautiful model and oh yeah, of course anyone can do that, right? Just give me that model and I can do the same thing. That's the first thing I hear a lot. Absolutely not. Going beyond the model, the wardrobe, the styling, the lighting, the technical side. Like I mentioned earlier, working together, working as a team. I felt like looking back, the collective body of work of all her images and all her looks, there was a standard. Every single look came out flawless, every single one. And I could even show you guys the raw images and capture one and share my screen. But looking back, I'm proud that this photo shoot, you know, had pro quality all over it from many different angles. And I do believe this was a photo shoot that helped me elevate my own book, my portfolio, me as a photographer, being professional, working with models, etc. And so I thought this was a good photo shoot. And these don't happen all the time. You know, we have good shoots a lot, right? But I feel like every once in a while, and I think that's with anything in life, sometimes it takes time to grow, it takes time to develop. And I think this was, you know, was a part of timing, right? And you know, looking back at it, I'm really happy about the results, and I'm happy that it helped me grow and develop. And I think it was a mutual win-win. Nikki was really happy with the images. I know Newmark was really happy. And shout out to Newmark for using about 6 of them on her board. I also saw that they changed her profile picture. So hey, very exciting all the way around. And that's teamwork. Newmark wins, the model wins, I win, Chanela wins, the makeup and hair. But yeah, looking back, you know, I would say this is, you know, the benchmark in many different aspects, and nothing against all my other shoots. Don't get me wrong, I have good stuff in recent shoots, but there's a lot of areas that came out very clean and flawless, and let's just use the term polished, that I want to maintain this consistency going forward. All right, guys, the last thing about, you know, topic number 3, how did this affect and or help my personal photography? You know, it's been a couple weeks now since I shot with Nikki, and I was preaching earlier that, you know, I really wanted this to be the standard, set the benchmark, and maintain this polished quality, you know, professional look going forward in a lot of different ways and aspects within photography, and even working with models and being professional in wardrobe and styling and everything going together and syncing, right? So saying all that, after Nikki's shoot, I'm proud to say my last 4 photo shoots, I've been able to do that, and I'm very excited that those videos are coming. Those photo shoots are gonna be shared with you guys, and I have great videos to come. So yeah, I'm very excited. I've been gone for a little while, but I have not stopped shooting, guys. So I've been shooting a lot. I got a lot of content to share with you guys. So stick around, and yeah, good stuff's coming.